All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And before we start, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. We must protect President Trump at all times. And to bring me to this video right here, I'm up here looking at this. I'm like, why would the DOJ release something like this? So this one is coming from Benny. He said the DOJ releases Trump assassination bounty of $150,000 to complete the jobs. The feds are trying to kill President Trump. So they're trying to say this is where Ryan Ruth had wrote and said if anybody can take out the president, he will pay them $150,000. Like, I'm up here guessing, like, why would Kamala Harris and all of them, why would they release a statement like this to even put this in some crazy maniac's head to even attempt to try to do this? I felt like this right here is something that they should have kept in house. They should not never released it, because I seen that Don Jr., he's absolutely going off on X right now. He like, why would you put my dad up in this much danger like this? Why would you release something like this? I mean, at this point, Kamala Harris them is willing to do anything to win this election. They are literally trying to steal this election. They want President Trump gone so bad that they are willing to release a letter like this. No, like anybody would know not to release something like this to the public. I mean, if you gonna say somebody, you could have told Donald Trump this in private, told his family in private, but releasing it to the world, saying if somebody do this, take out the president, they'll get $150,000. Why would you release that? So let's go ahead and dive straight into this, and let's see what's all on this letter. Make sure you please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all. Let's go.
The DOJ releases the bounty on President Trump. Now, I want you to put up the letter, please. I want you to put up the letter.
That's
Pop
crazy.
Up that letter, and we're going to read through exactly what it says. Now, I can't believe this. I would never. Let's say that I had this myself. It's not like I would ever want to keep something from you, but I'm not sure that I would release this. Let's say
I just said that. Why would you release that?
Mail this to our studio. I would never have released this. I would have gone immediately to law enforcement and said, "This is so dangerous. This is so scary. I will give $150,000 to someone who will complete the job."
That's crazy, bro. Why would you release that?
In my mission to murder President Trump. In case anyone was wondering, I've seen, of course, some of the conspiracy theorists on the left say that this guy was just bird watching, that Donald Trump wasn't hit with a bullet in Butler, that he was just hit with a mosquito. It was just mosquito. It was a very bad mosquito. It was one of those West Nile mosquitoes, from down south. That's what clipped his ear, right? It wasn't a bullet. You've seen all these conspiracy theories. It's time to put them all to rest, okay? Time to put them to rest. Here's the letter. The difference between this and Butler is that this man wasn't 19 years old. This man had lived a long and very extensive online life. We know who this person was. We know what they were doing. Or at the very least, we were able to construct some type of framework about what Ryan Routh thought, how he acted, and how he behaved, and what his intentions were. And his intentions were to murder President Trump live on camera. He attached a camera to the fence line so that he could murder it and then put it up on the internet. This was the intention. The intention was a on-air execution of President Trump while he was golfing. Now, of course, there is no doubt. The question remains, and of course, we'll ask the former director of Homeland Security, who's on the program today, which is so awesome, Chad Wolf, about all of this and the security failures. There's no one better. President Trump's would-be assassin, Ryan Routh's chilling letter offering $150,000 to those who could finish the job. Donald Trump's would-be assassin, Ryan Routh, wrote a chilling letter admitting he failed in trying to take the life of the former president. Routh also offered $150,000 for anybody who would finish the job, according to the Justice Department. Now, why would the Justice Department release this? This is, of course, the question that is ping-pong balling across social media right now.
This is crazy.
You haven't released, the Justice Department has yet to release the manifesto of the Nashville shooter.
Exactly.
Who murdered children. The Nashville shooter murdered children and went systematically through a school, targeting a Christian school to murder Christian children. This was, of course, a heinous hate crime. This is, of course, something that can be accelerated via the Civil Rights Act as a hate crime against a targeted specific groups, Christians, who are the most targeted group for hate in America. That is beyond a shadow of a doubt. So stand strong. Christian soldier. They have yet to release the manifesto of that shooter. Why? Well, the official reason from the Justice Department is that it might inspire people to do more bad things. Now, depending on, it doesn't really matter what you think of that opinion. That is what they've said. All right. We can do a totally different show on whether we think that's right or not. Why then would you release this?
That's what I was saying.
A question.
That's crazy.
Why would you release this right here? Saying that there's big cash in killing Trump. If you don't release the manifesto of somebody who murdered children, like, so on the levels, right? The Nashville shooter's dead. They murdered children. It's very important to understand like the sick ideology behind that and to ensure that people can protect themselves against it. But they haven't released that because it could cause harm. Yet they released this. Ryan Wesley Routh is still alive. There's not like ongoing criminal procedures against the Nashville shooter. The Nashville shooter is dead. Routh is alive, and President Trump is 40 days away from winning an election.
Yes, he is.
Why are they releasing this? You know, we often say on this program, a paraphrase of Elon Musk, that gross negligence with enough people behaving incompetently is indistinguishable from malevolence. This, however, is malevolence. That's just there's the only way to actually dissect this. There is no other way to interpret this. This is pure malevolence. Yep. This is the Justice Department stating to all of the people who have had their brains broken over the past 8 years of pure MK Ultra level psyops against President Trump that Donald Trump is Hitler, Donald Trump is Hitler, Donald Trump is Hitler. What wouldn't you do to prevent the next Hitler? And also, you can get rich doing it. This is what the Justice Department is doing.
And I said the same thing. Why would you release some crap like this? Is crazy. Why would you release this? This is what Kamala Harris and DOJ, this is what they allowed to happen. They released something like this, putting Donald Trump's life in more danger. They could have kept this in-house. They even put how much cash. That's the main thing. Even if they were going to put it out, they were like, this guy offered cash to do this. But yet they didn't do that. They put the exact amount that the guy is willing to pay for somebody to take out the president. So this right here was all a freaking setup. I'm telling you, the DOJ, they know exactly what they're doing. They want somebody to harm President Trump. They want somebody to take him out. That's why they did this. Because they know that this guy, Ryan Routh, is still alive. He is still alive. And this right here is what they allowed.
Protecting a mass murderer of children, Christian children, in Nashville. They're protecting the mass murderer in Nashville.
Wow.
And they're putting a hit out on Trump. What does that tell you? Are you awake yet? Have you decided to crawl over flaming broken glass to vote for President Trump? If they can do this to Trump, what can they do to you? Who's next, right? Yeah. This is the irreverence they have towards their old boss. Imagine how blackened the system actually is. Imagine how dark it truly is. This is what they're willing to do to President Trump. Let's continue. I'm reading to you from the letter right now. I probably wouldn't have done it if I had been sent this letter because I think that it's too harmful and too dangerous for our president. But since it's out there, and since it's very public, and since our own Justice Department decided to make it so, it is incumbent upon me, it is my obligation to read it to you. Here we go. This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. This is Ryan Routh writing this. I failed you. I tried my best. I gave it all the gumption I could muster. It is up to you now to finish the job. And I will offer $150,000 to whomever can complete the job.
Wow.
It addresses the world, he says, and it ends and said Trump had ended relations with Iran like a child, and now the Middle East is unraveling. Ralph, 58, who had a list of Trump's upcoming appearances and had Googled a route to Palm Beach, Florida, to Mexico, so he was planning on fleeing to Mexico, no doubt to be protected by the cartels. That also.
So he was planning on fleeing to Mexico after he did that, with the footage of him taking out President Trump. Like, I just don't get it. Why would you release something like this? They could have just said he had a threatening letter towards the president, But with them putting the letter out there, showing how much he offered and all of that, they did that on purpose. They know exactly what they were doing. Like, this is crazy. How can you even? They better not let this guy out. That's the reason why Ron DeSantis is trying to take care of this case in Florida, because you can't trust the FBI. Them, you cannot trust them at all. They'll be trying to get this guy charged enough that they'll let him back on the streets. Like, this is ridiculous, man.
So do not want President Trump to become president again. He's set to appear in federal court on Monday for a detention hearing after the attempted assassination. So the feds are releasing this information, of course, to make sure that they can continue to detain him, whilst not cooperating with the Florida investigation. Well, that's quite an interesting conflict of interest there, isn't it? Why wouldn't you be cooperating with Ron DeSantis in his investigation? Why would you be releasing this to the public? Every step is mendacity towards President Trump. Now, this is something very interesting. Do we have that Iranian assassination? We're the only show. We're the only show on Earth that will actually show you this. We're the only program on Earth, and it's available online. So it's our obligation. You're an adult. You're an adult. You can handle it. It's available online. Isn't this fascinating? That he says that it's Iran is part of the reason why he wanted to kill Trump. Iran. Well, wouldn't you know? The Iranians released a video of President Trump's assassination where a shooter kills him from inside of the golf course bushes in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach, Florida. Trump's house. Well. Here we go. A shot from the bushes. There's President Trump golfing, and the entire video is somebody from inside of the bushes. It happens to be an unmanned drone, unmanned military drone, going and killing President Trump from inside the bushes. Boy, I wonder where this guy got his cash. I wonder where this individual got the ideas.
Somebody is funding this guy.
Pretty interesting. This is called predictive programming. It's when media, someplace, either media on the internet or in Hollywood, predicts something that's about to happen, and does so with such cutting accuracy that it leaves you to wonder how pre-planned our current matrix world actually is. How pre-planned the simulation is, in fact. Really is remarkable here. That really.
Where's this guy getting this money from? Because when they check this bank account, I think they only say he had more about $30 or $60. So where was he getting this money for to be saying, I'm going to pay somebody $150,000? I tried to get the job done. Like, this is, like, I'm telling you, somebody is behind this. And I hope to God that we find out who it is. And I'm going to keep saying it. Why would the DOJ, why would Kamala Harris them even allow this to come out? That's the reason why I say all that stuff that they be saying about Donald Trump, they glad he's okay. All that right there was fake. Kamala Harris do not care about Donald Trump. Biden do not care about Donald Trump. None of them people care about Donald Trump. When she called Donald Trump and to make sure he was all right, that was just that was fake. Because if that was the case, why would you release something like this, putting him in more danger to make another crazy lunatic out there try something like this? Because this guy said he got $150,000 for whoever complete the job.
A proffer with new details about the day that Ralph tried to assassinate Trump at the West Palm Beach golf course. In addition to outlining the evidence against Ralph, the Justice Department argued that he should remain locked up in case as the case moves forward. The document reveals that a Secret Service agent was riding the fence line between Trump's course and the public street, one hole ahead of the former president, when he spotted the partially obscured face of a man in the brush along the fence line. The man was ID'd as Ralph. The agent then noticed the rifle barrel sticking through and fired on the suspect. The agent took cover behind a tree and reloaded his weapon, and then looked up, and Ralph was gone. Ralph was positioned directly on the line of sight on the 6th hole of the green. Trump was playing the 5th hole at the time of the incident. That's how close the president was when he heard the shots fired. Oh, okay. After the agent fired, he witnessed Ralph run across Summit Boulevard towards a black Nissan Xterra bearing Florida license plate parked nearby. The witness took photographs of the Nissan and wrote down the last digits of the license plate number. Using that information, local law enforcement could find and arrest Ralph. Would Ralph, without this witness, who I think was she was an off-duty nurse, without this witness, would Ryan Routh had been at large right now? Would anybody have been able to find him? They caught him like an hour after this. He had driven like 90 miles away. Would he have gotten away? Would Routh have been able to get away?
That would have been even more scary if that happened.
Dozens of pages filled with names and phone numbers pertaining to Ukraine, discussions about how to join combat on behalf of Ukraine, and notes criticizing the governments of China and Russia. Also in the vehicle were 12 pairs of gloves, a Hawaiian driver's license in Routh's name, and a list of Trump's public appearances in September and October. He also had 6 cell phones.
6
cell phones?
What?
Boy, what a treasure trove of information. Who was he talking with? Who was he communicating with? Who was he speaking to? On September 18th, law enforcement was contacted by a witness who said Routh had dropped off a box at his residence several months prior. After seeing news of what happened on the golf course, the witness opened the box. Along with its contents was a chilling letter addressed to the world, where Routh announced his intentions to kill the former president. So this is where we get the letter. That was actually a question of mine. As predicted, and predicted that he would fail, he offered 6 figures, those to complete the task. Everyone across the globe, from the youngest to the oldest, knows that Trump is unfit for anything, much less to be U.S. president or president, must be at a bare minimum embody the moral fabric of America, be kind, caring, and selfless, and always stand for humanity. No, I'm sorry, that's not Rachel Maddow's prompter tonight. That's what Ryan Routh wrote in his suicide letter, bounty letter, offering to kill Trump. Remarkable how it mirrors perfectly the commentary that is the bilge that is pushed out on corporate television every single night about Donald Trump.
Yep. All that rhetoric from MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, all that rhetoric calling Donald Trump. And that's the main thing when they started calling Donald Trump Hitler. And they continuously to do that. Look at the crap Hillary Clinton is saying. They care nothing about Donald Trump and they want something to happen to this man. It's like, come on, man. When this crap is going to stop? They don't want him to win so bad that they are willing to take it to another level. I bet you Kamala Harris, none of them haven't said anything about this letter because they're responsible for it. They let this letter come out. Because they want more people to see it, especially crazy lunatics.
Read, U.S. presidents must bare minimum embody the moral fabric of America, be kind, caring, and selfless. And remember, must always be defenders of democracy. Our democracy is under threat. Our democracy is under threat. We must put a target on Trump. We have to put a target on Trump.
That's what they be saying.
Trump's a threat. Trump is Hitler. What are some of the other things that they've said? The list is endless. We have a supercut that's like 10 minutes long of threats against President Trump, including Stacey Plaskett, who's a fake member of Congress from the Virgin Islands, saying that we need to shoot Trump. She said it. She said the word shoot. She corrects herself. She says we need to shoot Trump. We need to take out Trump. These are what they say. This is the things they say. I don't like Kamala Harris. I think she's a communist. I think she's going to lose badly on election night. I don't like Kamala Harris. Her father's a Marxist. Her mother's a Marxist. I think she wants to bring Marxism to America. I would never speak about her in those terms. Ever. Ever. I would never say those things. And neither would you.
Just imagine what they'll be saying if Donald Trump was saying some of the same stuff to Kamala and then people was out to try to take her out. Oh, my God. Oh, Donald Trump's rhetoric has led to Kamala Harris almost getting shot. That's what they'll be saying. But since it's the other way around, they don't care.
I want nothing but peace and I tell you, there are some people I really don't like. Some people that I think are here to wreck America and destroy this place for my children. So there's nothing more personal than that. They want my children to go die in a ditch somewhere for the military-industrial complex. I hate these people. I really, really don't like these people. I would never speak about them in these terms. And that is the difference. That's just like the spark of morality that we still have, and you must maintain that. You must grab hold of that. They, on the other hand, literally offer up money and then release the bounty letters to get Trump killed. That's the difference. Wow.
Everybody said that.
Ammunition, metal pipe, miscellaneous building materials, tools, 4 phones, and various letters. This guy was sloppy, dude. This is MK Ultra gone wrong. This guy was sloppy. It's staggering, the sloppiness. Unlike Thomas Crooks, the assassin in Butler, who, as was said on our program last week, if it had just been a body shot, Eric Prince told us this. If it had just been a body shot, Trump would be dead. Trump would be dead. If he just aimed for the body and not the head, Trump would be done. Trump would be gone. But he went for the head, and Donald Trump moved, and like the whisper of an angel, that bullet was right by his skull. Rest in peace, please, Corey Compertor. Love and prayers for the family of Corey. So it is a dangerous, dangerous environment that we are living in right now. And the DOJ is seemingly being incredibly reckless in this.
They did this on purpose.
Reckless. So it is shock. Don Jr. reacting here. Donald Trump Jr. reacting, saying, what the F? Why is Kamala's DOJ publicizing Ryan Ralph putting a bounty on my dad's head? This is Don Jr.'s reaction. This is a
that's
really
what I was
shocking,
saying. Why would
really
you do that?
And pretty despicable series of events. I don't know what the possible explanation would be for them to release this. I don't know. Let's check in what our friend Julie Kelly has to say. From this DOJ memo seeking pretrial detention of Ryan Ralph, it appears that Ralph was in West Palm Beach area and near the golf course in Mar-a-Lago several times a month before the attempted assassination. Oh, okay. We were all waiting. Say the line, FBI. Say the line. And then we screamed when they said it. I can't believe. How predictable is it? What kind of simulation are we living? Can you please reset the simulation to 2015? Please? Can somebody get an apology from the overlords? Can we just set the simulation? It's so predictable. The FBI goes, he was on our radar. What was it for? Oh, a weapons charge. He was a felon. Okay. That happened in 2019. Why didn't you arrest him? He's clearly a felon with a weapons charge. Here he is. Here's the weapon.
Let him run free.
And here he is stalking West Palm Beach. Ralph traveled from Greenboro, North Carolina to West Palm Beach on Friday, Florida, on August 14th, 2024, August 14th. Wow. Also on the 18th. The FBI examined the SKS rifle recovered from Trump International and found latent fingerprints on it, tape attached to the rifle. Here it is. Finally, we have it in 4K.
Salute to Benny for the video. And like I said before, that's why I said Don Jr. was pissed off about this. Like, why would Kamala's DOJ release something like this? Of him getting a bounty, a freaking $150,000. Like, come on, man. They could have kept this in-house. They did not have to release this to the public, but they did anyway. You know why? Because they want to take out Donald Trump. Kamala Harris cares nothing about Donald Trump. Every time she called him, it's all fake. It's fake. So like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.